there is one highlight of really my first mission trip, and that was in not a regular orphanage. They called it a tuberculosis clinic. And even that's not the right name for it, because the children were there because their parents had tuberculosis, and they needed to be quarantined from their parents. And I found out about this place, and I heard that there were 123 unchurched kids there. And I'm like, I want to go. So I finally made it to Poslanovka. And then we met with the director about, doing some preaching again the next day. So that night, I was told that I could only meet with the girls. And I'm like, okay. I mean, I requested a certain age group, like 7 to 17, that would be a good age group. And so they gave me the age group that I wanted, but they said, well, tomorrow you can only meet with the girls at such and such a time. And I'm like, okay, So I prayed that night. I prayed with faith, like Mark, the Gospel of Mark says, pray as if you already have it, believe it. So this is kind of the prayer that I prayed. I said, God, you didn't bring me all the way here from America and all the way to this village that took, 4 days to get to. You didn't bring me here to fail. And I'm believing that there's going to be salvations, and I'm going to get to preach to the boys and the girls. And, there was a lot of prayer like that, And so the next morning, I'm preaching to the girls. And about 25 minutes into it, a boy goes by the corridor. And there were some staff standing outside, and they were like, don't go in. But then more boys came, and they let them in, and all of a sudden, the boys would come in one by one. So I decided, well, I'll back up a little because, and I said to the girls, well, I'm going to repeat some stuff, but for the benefit of the boys just getting here, basically telling them the gospel story, Jesus died for our sins, and all you have to do is say, yes, I believe in you, Jesus. That's it. And he enters into your heart, and you're going to heaven, and, you have a new life. You have a new life. So the awesome part was when I gave an opportunity for them to accept Jesus, there was probably 90 kids in the room. 75 of them raised their hands and accepted Jesus. I walked out of that room, I was like on a cloud. I was just so thankful, so amazed. God answered that prayer. God answered that prayer. So here's why the boys weren't there. The kids only get to take a shower once a week. It was the boys' day to take a shower. So when they finished the shower, they were done, and they came over. And I got to preach to the boys and the girls.